I want you all to give it up for Mr. Emmett Montgomery. Give him a hand.
Let's give it up for Jeff. This is a wonderful thing. You guys, wonderful people. My name is Emmett Montgomery, and I am a hilarious stand-up comic. I'm really good. This is my second Bushwick Book Club. I had the honor of hosting 1984 last month, and I found myself a lot more emotionally invested in this book for some reason. But it's great to be here. I will not be doing music. I'm mainly a pretty face, but I have been successfully married to a human lady for about 3 years now, and it is the greatest thing ever. My wife is this kind, beautiful, and intelligent woman with a great job, and I have been enjoying it, and it's wonderful. The best part about it is there's this special part in my heart that glows when I'm holding her hands in public, because I know that passersby are going, oh, look at the hypnotist and his child bride. Like, I know it's something wonderful. Like, she kisses this weird bearded face, and I don't know why. Well, maybe because she likes the, the taste of whiskey and clam chowder, but, so I have been married for 3 years, and before I was married, I've been doing stand-up for 8, and before then I kind of used to write jokes from my nightmares. But then I got married, and that's actually a lot of what I talked about. I just did a comedy festival, and people are like, oh yeah, you're the guy that likes his wife. Like, that's kind of my thing. So I'm sort of invested in like everybody being able to get married so everybody can get my jokes. Like, that's a very selfish reason. I've been in Seattle for 11 years, and I'm from Utah, and when I came into the real world, I felt I kind of had the assumption that being an outsider from an outsider culture meant that I'd be an insider, and that was not the case. But fortunately, when I was fresh off the boat from Utah, it's surrounded by water. It's technically an island, but I was taken in by the gay community. A lot of my first friends in Seattle were gay, and you could say if in Utah I was raised by wolves, here in Seattle I was raised by bears, and. Not the animal, the bear, but like, the hairy gay guys that are so masculine that it would be sissy for any vagina to be involved in their sex. So it has to be other tough dudes. Like, anything else would be gay. Like, it just. And I used to go to a lot of bear potlucks, but I had to stop, because they started calling me Goldilocks, and I really realized eventually I was going to blow a guy. Not because I was gay, just because I don't cook, and part of the whole concept of potluck is that you bring something, and you can only get a pass so much. So I read the book. And at first, I thought about talking about the false ending, because I think that's brilliant, and now I have to go back to every book I really like and see if there's not a hidden ending anywhere. And so if I go like to the 100 Acre Woods, I'm like, oh yeah, Christopher Robin goes back 10 years later, and the forest is just full of bones. But it was this paragraph that got me. And it's been talked about several times, so. The instant my grandmother died, her marriage became a success. Death parted my grandparents, not divorce, and death is the sole measure of a successful marriage. how did this gay guy learn what heterosexual marriage was? That's what I want to know. That's the secret. That's what I figured out. For me, yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, but if you're in it to win it, if you're in it to be married as long as possible, that means that you stand a 50% chance of being legally obligated for the disposal of a corpse. That's what marriage is. It means that one of you is going to die, and the other one is going to have to get rid of the body. And you should probably talk to your partner about that, because there's differing opinions. My wife and I fight about this a lot. Because when I die, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go first, because I'm wild. I want my body to have a weekend at Bernie's style adventure for as long as possible, and then end in the two things that I love the most: taxidermy and puppetry, with a little inspiration from the animatronic band from Showbiz Pizza. Because here's the thing. I firmly believe that after I pass away, that my wife should remarry. She deserves it. She deserves to be with somebody who will take care of her for once. And I just want to be there. As the robot greeter that meets her husband every day he comes home from work. Hello, Daryl. How was work today? Let me take your coat. Go inside and kiss our wife. My spirit is everywhere. I wrote that joke a while ago. Because that was actually one of the first conversations when I kind of knew that marriage was necessary. My bond with my wife, when I hold her hand, I feel something that I have never felt with anybody else. When I hold her hand, I don't want to let go. In fact, recently, I came back from I was at a comedy festival in San Francisco, and I realized if I'm not holding her hand, I can't really fall asleep without lots of booze, but that's okay. I'm a comedian and it's part of the lifestyle. But about 4 years ago, I was at work, I was helping out, and I was carrying a box of coupons because I'm really strong, and down some stairs, and I moved wrong, and I had what's called a hernia. I don't know if what you guys know what a hernia is. It's when you have so much love inside your body that it decides to come out and try to hug the world by piercing your abdominal wall. I had to have surgery. I wasn't married at the time. I was dating the woman who would become my wife. And during my surgery, I stopped breathing. And they found not one hernia, but two. The second one would have been fatal if they hadn't have caught it. My wife had volunteered at the hospital. I'm not going to name the hospital it is because they actually broke the law by allowing her to be there when I woke up. I have had really bad experiences at hospitals, so it's pretty much the only way to get me to a hospital is like, yeah, pull up the car and then hit me with it, because I just don't want to go. So having her there was wonderful. And what was supposed to be a same-day surgery turned into a 3-day stay. And Kate, my wife, was there all the time. Every time I'd wake up, I would hear her. And if she wasn't awake saying what I need, I would hear her snore. That was the first time I noticed that she snored, and it was the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard, because it meant that there was someone there for me. And that's when I realized I don't want a Mormon funeral. And it's criminal. It's criminal that people can't find that person to get rid of their body. That people can't make that decision. And I've realized when thinking a lot about this is, I truly believe, for me, true marriage is between a man and a woman only. And that man is named Emmett Montgomery, and that woman is named Kate Montgomery, and all you guys can go fuck yourselves. And I want everybody to be able to say that same thing about the person they love. And I hope one day that you hold hands with somebody that you just can't let go of, and that they find a way to put your body that amuses them. Do what you can to make this happen. Let's all stand on the right side of history. Thank you.
Emmett Montgomery.
Yeah.